if somebody was saying, okay, look, I haven't proactively built my network. Now what I want to do is build a network of directors, board members, that sort of thing. How would you suggest they go about doing that, and how not to go about doing that?
Sure. So let's start with how not. So the first thing is the days of the vanity metrics of, people just accepting connection requests because a dopamine hit of someone wanting to connect with me. A lot of us are a lot more diligent in our due diligence, I suppose. And what I mean by that is if I sent you a connection request, it's quite likely you're going to go and have a look at my profile before you accept that connection request. So, of course, before you start connecting with people, do this little bit of work we've been talking about to make sure your profile looks and presents very professionally. Get some content flying. Honestly, just over a few weeks, people are not going to scroll back for months. They're just going to look back over the last few weeks. So make sure you've got some consistent content there that's clearly going to align with what their interest is. So that's the first part is. So what I mean by what not to do is don't just go out and bullet a gate and start trying to send people connection requests until you've done that work. And it's not super time consuming to do that part. Once you've got that in place, then what you do want to be doing is keep in mind that when you're talking about these CEOs and board level connections, these people are connected. They made it in the world, and at this stage, potentially you're on the rise. So what we always do in this is we take a little bit of a longer term approach, and what we'll do is we'll aim lower in the organization to start with, and we'll connect with a few of the people 2 levels down from the board members or CEOs first. And then we'll come back and target those people. And the reason for that is, and as you'll see, when you go to connect with somebody, it'll say Adam's connected with 6 other people within that organization. Like, well, he knows Jason and he knows Mary and he knows that. Okay. Well, okay. Then clearly this is someone I want to look more closely at. So it's a 2-step process, target that. How we do that is through Sales Navigator. So Sales Navigator is a subscription that you can add onto your profile. It's not a free subscription, but it's not expensive. It's about $100-ish a month, but guaranteed it's the best investment you'll ever make. And you can target lists. So you can pick out these you could make a list of all the organizations you want to get board roles for. And then you can make list 1, who are your first level of people you want to connect with. And then a list 2 that, after I've connected with these people, now I want to come back and connect with these ones. So it becomes a reasonably simple process to track who that is. Highly strategic in you're going after exactly the organizations that you want. And you can also see, who might be the peripherals around, like who are the suppliers to these organizations. And, you might want to be connecting in with a few of those companies. Or you can also see when someone accepts your connection request, you can see a whole bunch of the people they're connected with. So then you can, get very strategic so you're going to end up with a number of connections beyond just the key people you want. But that's how the game is won when you're going after that high level.
Is connection still limited to 30,000?
Yeah, it is, but not too many people that have anywhere near 30,000. It's also limited now, Callum, to how many connection requests you can send in a given period of time. Good old days. You remember when we were doing this, you could connect with 1,000 people a week or whatever. You can't do anything like that anymore. It's 100 a week is pretty much the hard limit. And if you can get a 30% acceptance rate, then that's pretty good too. So you've got to be pretty strategic in how you're using those 100, because you're only going to end up with about 30 new ones each week if you're going full tilt at the maximum of this process. Using something like Sales Navigator allows you to get quite strategic in that process.